Hello everyone, once again we are back with Sparxe's 2-key event, otherwise known as Stake. Continuing on with the matches this weekend, we have Dragon versus Murtaj, which is seed 6 versus 27 respectively, so once again a wider matchup in the seeding, but as typical with these low-key tournaments, anything can happen. This time I'm joined by someone else. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Jaye. I normally host these tournaments, but Sparxe wanted to do something, so I took a backseat. And I was actually saying earlier, I could get used to this. It feels good to not sweat out a tournament and let someone else do it for a change and just kick back and do the stats.
Sounds good. Alright, so when it comes to these players, I only recognize one of them. Dragon being a fairly high rank mania player, I believe also featuring in MWC 4-key, and was also on the podium team as part of Team UK for the 1-key World Cup, but didn't play a single map.
That's how it be sometimes. We need to do a rule change for that, probably, next year.
But they are doing very, very well in 2-key so far, of course achieving seed 6, and showcasing a very strong score on that first warm-up that we just saw the end of. Murtaj is a player I don't really recognize, but you know, clearly they're here, they're giving it their best. That's the main thing that matters, really.
Yeah. I mean, they outseeded you. They
did.
Like, so good at the game.
Most people did, actually.
Yeah, it turns out DDKK skill was not transferable like we thought.
No.
Or maybe it is, but you guys will be late bloomers. It's like a reverse taiko where all the bongo players, like, they pop off like really quickly. Maybe in 2-key it's the opposite. They're just late bloomers.
I believe it'd be because over the past kind of 7-8 years as a KKDD player, I have kind of built up the muscle memory of playing as if I have 2 keys, so they're releasing off the first
we get to
key
see
to
the
second.
screen.
Doesn't work.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's
How many
really
times?
good.
How many times did we use the BRB stream for the 1-key tourneys? Like, never.
Way too many times.
Oh, very funny. Oh, they're back, but it's with Big Black, so I don't really know if I want them. How is this song still popular, guys?
It's the hardest song in Osu. Oh my god.
No, that's Scarlet Rose.
I think they both deserve that title.
It's Galaxy Collapse, sung by Ice Cream.
Well, I'm getting through that section pretty well, although it is mostly just kind of trills back and forth. But fairly high DPM, so...
I just find it so crazy that it's like, hey guys, first 2-key tournament to ever exist, and all of a sudden some of these players are really good.
Yeah, that's definitely something I personally didn't expect. If you look back at it, well, to be fair, if you look back at the first Joke tournament, you know, at the time, you know, there were definitely like the higher seeded players that did seem like very, very strong, but it's still not to the level that we're seeing here for 2-key.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even predating Joke, like with the digital hypno FFA, it's like people only really learned how to play the 1-key after they were eliminated. I don't know, the learning curve on that one was a bit slower. The 2-key, what did I just watch? Dragon? Huh?
Yeah, Dragon's been going crazy. I think based on just the things I've seen from them, they are score posting quite a bit. They were score posting before the tournament even started as well, with some crazy stuff. So they're very much kind of just like going all out and putting all of their effort into this tournament, making up for their time in 1-key not kind of lasting as long as they maybe hoped.
Yeah, can I give a
and
shout outs to
aiming to become a
Niv
really
for
strong
just showing
player.
up in the server one day and being like, yeah, I'll map everything. Like,
Yeah.
my goat, but can I get somebody like that for 1 key, please?
Yeah, I think personally, from just like the different maps I've seen, I feel like Niv is a much stronger like 2-key mapper compared to 1-key.
He's actually a beast.
But like, I mean, their 1-key maps are good, but their 2-key maps are insane. Like, no one is on that level yet, I feel, of mapping.
Yeah. Oh well, it's all new stuff. The first of a new key tournament is always wacky. I mean, as you can tell by STKE, where's the featured artist listing songs? Like, there's a couple,
And
but
we've got
most of them
Kitty,
aren't.
we've got C-Show.
That's it.
Yeah.
There'll be a couple later, probably. But yeah. I don't know. It's just like the first joke, right? It's just pick songs that you're comfortable with, get to grips, and then for stake 2, then
Respect it. Alright, so quickly our bans are going to be Hybrid 1, banned by Dragon, and Invitation from Mr. C, Speed, banned by Murtaj.
Speed map.
That Speed map being a pretty respectable ban from Murtaj, that makes a lot of sense.
Hybrid
Dragon
1
banning
is-
Hybrid 1 though
It's
is
been such a popular
more
ban
different.
this weekend, though.
It has. See, the reason I personally banned it was because I felt it was the hardest map in the pool, and I was the lower seeded player. Dragon is banning it as the much higher seeded player here,
This is
which is
the
definitely something I wouldn't have expected.
5th time it's been banned out of what 7 matches. It's pretty insane.
Perhaps one of those maps that kind of gives a better glimpse into what round of 16 may look like. But a map that has also been getting a lot of attention this weekend is SV, surprisingly, often a very strong target ban for players who just maybe haven't had the time to practice. It's been picked in almost every match, I think. I've not seen anything of it being banned either, but I haven't kept up to date with every single match.
SV in 2 key is a success. SV in 1 key did not pan out very well. SV in 2 key is popping off. I'm happy to see it.
Absolutely. I mean, you say that, but I do feel there's some absolutely crazy things with SV in 1 key that just work so well. But when you have 2 lanes, you just have a lot more opportunity to make interesting things and just have them look more interesting as well, just such as this intro to the map here that we do see later on as well. But I think this map for SV, generally you see the map being a lot less mechanically demanding, but much more heavy on the SV. But this
Yes.
map, I feel it's kind of done slightly the opposite. Like, it's nowhere near the lowest star rating map in the pool, and it's also kind of in the middle mechanically wise. But the SV is light enough where it does require learning the map, such as these memorization call and response sections. But it just works. It's just such a good map.
And Berkeley is actually hitting it. It's
Yeah,
so
we're on
good.
a double full combo. It's going really well so far.
A little birdie told me they're meant to be like bar lines to like indicate the memo section, but this skin doesn't have them,
Oh!
so it's very funny. A little bit of a blunder there, if true.
Yeah, so this being Murtaj's first pick, very strong score with the 889
The double FC.
full combo, double FC on the board. However, Dragon is going to be taking a break point with a score of 993,000. Very difficult to compete against.
What a cool map, Niv.
This is what I mean by Niv is just the best 2 key mapper.
Unrelated, but there are like cats fighting outside my house. We were just talking about their scores, and I suddenly hear just going crazy outside.
Get the cat cam. Alright, and
That's
Dragon is going to
insane.
be moving on to race 2.
What up?
What up?
I love Chon Ghost.
And if you love Tron Ghost as much as Jaye does, you're going to love this map too. A very similar concept here with kind of polyrhythmy-esque things. It's not on regular beats, it's not all 1-2 and 1-4. And the map itself is theoretically not too difficult, but when you mix in these like slightly off snappings, it makes the reading slightly harder. It makes your ratio fall off a bit harder as well, unless you're very, very precise. And I feel like that's the kind of map that will favor our higher seeded player over the lower seeded player. But we'll see what happens. First miss off the match goes to Murtaj early on into this map. And quickly we're already seeing a pretty significant score lead in favor of Dragon of 20,000. 99.96 actually compared to 97.9.
Look at him go.
Murtaj recovering incredibly well, seeing loads and loads of rainbows coming out from them, but unless Dragon makes any mistakes, it's going to be incredibly difficult for Murtaj to catch back up, maybe even impossible. Score lead has extended up to 30,000 now. Halfway through the map, but Dragon can still make mistakes on these streams. And neither player is wanting to give this point up at all. Slightly denser sections and longer streams not catching either player out.
Dude, the thing I love about these like new innovative low-key tournaments is like Murtaj is C27 and he's so good.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't understand what's been happening. It's like our lower seeded players do kind of fall off pretty hard, but once you get up to kind of like mid to early 20s in seeding, like your players are strong players.
So good.
Like that was a one miss 98.3, 935k from seed 27. Unfortunately for Murtaj though, Dragon will be winning their own pick, denying the return breakpoint with a 997,403.
The Zubin redemption.
Murtaj is going to play it safe, going to go with Rice 1, the easiest map in the pool. This one focusing a lot more on doublets. Very much more being a ratio battle more than kind of an FC battle.
Good old cave story. Oh, it's only OD 7.5. I sort of expected it to be a little higher. I guess it's chill. It's still early days.
The score is flickering back and forth between the two players.
Yeah, there's also... Like, it's a pretty simple map, but there are some quads that can definitely catch you out if you're not ready.
Absolutely. It does a very good job. Like, this is very clearly the easiest map in the pool, but there's still plenty of room to be making mistakes. Looks like Dragon is going to be the player taking the proper lead here. Still on that 99.99 accuracy. 2,500 point lead. Purely coming down to ratio alone. Murtaj not far behind on 99.81. Dropping a 200 there, that's going to be pretty significant to the score difference. 5,500 in favor of Dragon now.
No, the .99 is gonna get it back. Oh, it's back!
This is a crazy ratio play. Oh,
no, it's gone.
That's already gone. Oh no.
Bullshitted.
Was that a 200 hit then? Alright, and a score difference there of almost 13,000.
5
Oh
perfects for the
gosh.
200.
Once again,
Oh, he
great
choked.
score for Murtaj, but when you only have 5 regular 300s and a 200 from Dragon, what can you do?
Why is it called great when there's nothing great about it?
Just get a skin update. Awful, terrible.
Awful, terrible, miserable,
The worst.
So true though.
Great Teezel can score, true.
Perfect is just like mildly acceptable.
Satisfactory.
Yeah, 320 or bust.
Alright. We're
It's
now
already
at
match point.
Yeah. That's the thing with these matches, they go by really fast.
Can you guys pick... Oh, never mind. They beat me to it. I was just gonna pick the least picked one for the stats. Which, I mean, it's technically hybrid 1. But other than that, it would have been... No, actually, speed is banned, so... This is fine. Thank you for adhering to the stats, gentlemen.
Yeah, so Rice 3 is a map that features a lot more, like, kind of streams, but more specific to lanes. Well, yeah, they're
jacks.
They're jacks if you're really fast.
Jacks.
If you're fast. But if you're slow like me, they're streams.
132 BPM, so double 264. No, they're jacks.
Alright, already seeing Murtaj struggling a bit more with this one compared to Dragon, picking up a couple of 200s and even a miss. This one also features quite a lot of chords in the middle of these jacks, as you call them.
Yeah,
looks like the streams of the jack chords are really tripping up Murtaj here. Dragon's still very, very strong, 99.97 full combo.
Cutters like this are just so fun to play. They're like relatively comfortable. It's like one keeper with a bit of spice, this chart.
I am being insulted in the chat. Can't be heavens.
Yo,
who do you think you are?
Actually, it's funny that you say the UK One Key World Cup team has that, because looking at the 2 Peruvian players that we have in the 2 key in the tournament, they also sort of have like opposite skill sets, which is very funny. And they're also right next to each other in seeding, which is even better.
That's the thing, like, when you have like a smaller community like this for low-key, you kind of build up all that kind of like rivalries and all that between different players, so there's so many like matchups I'd like to see just for those reasons purely. But, you know, we can only take it as the tournament comes. But look at Dragon hitting all of these with zero issues whatsoever. The score lead climbing above 180,000.
Men earned that seed 6.
Yup. There are 5 players that seeded higher than this, and other players as well that could potentially beat out a score like this that are just slightly lower, but perhaps have this more favored in their skill set.
No choke, please. No, Murtaj, drop the left LN.
But
Try
look
again.
at that score.
What is he doing? He's crazy with it.
998,000 on race 3 is potentially going to be the highest score on this
See,
map in the whole
I'm not
weekend.
ulting. They're jacks. I'm telling you.
Oh no, we have another cheater. Can't believe it.
That's what I'm saying. Actual cheater. Get him out of here.
Very, very good plays for Murtaj overall, especially as seed 27, showcasing that this is going to be a very fiercely competitive tournament. It's not over for them as they'll be advancing on down to the losers bracket.
So
Perhaps
27,
like...
they have to verse... What seed is that? 22nd? You know what? I reckon they could win that.
Quite possibly. We'll have to wait and see next weekend. And Dragon will be continuing on in through the winners bracket. Our bracket is slowly getting more filled out for the round of 16. But we're going to continue this on in about 10 minutes with the match between Bagjetka and Blobby 3000. So we'll be taking a short break, and we'll be back in 8 minutes. Hello everyone, we are back early in order to inform you that this match will not be happening. Unfortunately, our player Bagietka is not able to play for this match, so it will be a win by default for Blobby 3000. I appreciate that we told you we would be back in 8 minutes to show you a match, but unfortunately this will not be the case. If you're still interested in continuing to watch the matches though, further on this weekend, we have our next match at 13 UTC between Nathaniel, Seed1 and Akemi, our Seed 32nd player. Followed on with a match between Silicosis 2 and Osojinai Katsurada at 14 UTC. And plenty more matches coming later on that weekend. But yeah, there's still loads to go, as you can see on the right hand side of the screen. But hopefully you can join us for those upcoming matches, and yeah, anything else to say? Or is that it? I think that's it. So we'll probably be, and maybe we'll be ending this shoot, or maybe, like, there won't be commentators for the next hour. I don't think I can manage that. So we shall see you at 14 UTC. 13 UTC, and 14 UTC. Goodbye.
Movie,